in space. And while Atlantis will never fly in space again, at its new home at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, it will be flying again. It will be aloft, canted at an angle of 43.21 degrees, as in 4321, to enable the public to see it as if it's on orbit, with the payload bay doors open and the shuttle robotic arm extended. It will be quite the sight to see. And that new facility is under construction. The display, as you see it here depicted, is set to open in the summer next year, 2013. Each of the space shuttles that is on display at museums is being displayed in a different manner, which was coincidental and not by plan, entirely the choice of the museums, but will provide people from around the world an opportunity to see the shuttles in various modes of flight. At the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum in New York, Space Shuttle Enterprise, which performed a series of approach and landing tests in 1977 that proved the space shuttle could land successfully, is displayed with the tail cone on, as it was during the approach and landing tests, to provide the aerodynamic stability needed as it was dropped, or more accurately lifted above the shuttle carrier aircraft and then descended to land at Edwards Air Force Base. So it is displayed there as if it just completed an approach and landing test landing, with the nose gear off the ground, the main gear on the ground. At the National Air and Space Museum Udvar Hazy Annex in Washington, D.C., Space Shuttle Discovery is displayed with wheels down. It has just landed on its final mission at the request of the museum. The orbiter was not cleaned up a whole lot, and it looks like it has just returned from space. In California, the California Science Center in Los Angeles will ultimately be displaying Endeavour in the vertical position on a simulated launch pad. And here at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, Atlantis will be viewed as if it were in flight. And Atlantis is now on the move, on its way to State Road 3, where it will proceed to its next planned stop, where there will be a signing ceremony at about 10 a.m. And a beautiful view as the sun has risen over the Space Coast, and you see Space Shuttle Atlantis leaving the Launch Complex 39 area, trailed by workers who have taken care of this shuttle for years and years. Passing by the Orbiter Processing Facility. In the distance, a part of the wildlife refuge. And the shuttle landing facility, not in this view, but off to the right. Once again, the Kennedy Space Center in the post-shuttle era is transforming itself for the future to launch both commercial and NASA rockets and spacecraft. Space Shuttle Atlantis was brought before Orbiter Processing Facility 2, OPF-2. You see the building on the left with the hole that enabled vertical stabilizer of the shuttles to go through. They're making a three-point turn here. They didn't quite have enough room to make a straight passage from the vehicle assembly building out to State Road 3. This is all part of the plan. It's backing up, being towed backwards out to State Road 3, and then once again it will begin forward motion on its way to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. The Space Shuttle program involved companies and workers all around America in order to make it successful, and you're seeing railroad tracks in this view from a camera atop the vehicle assembly building. On these tracks, segments of the solid rocket motors that were prepared in Utah by ATK were shipped across country to Florida and stacked and put together with the forward and aft segments to become solid rocket boosters that helped propel the space shuttles into orbit. And Atlantis is crossing the tracks. It's being backed out onto State Road 3, and then it will